Emma's alarm rang before dawn, echoing the relentless anxieties that had been pressing on her chest all week. She pushed herself out of bed, moving stiffly through the rituals of making coffee, choosing clothes, and packing her bag. Each action felt heavier than it should, weighted as they were by fretful thoughts about work, family, and the quiet ache of loneliness. She barely noticed the familiar details of her kitchen, or the pale light slipping through the curtains. By the time she slipped into her shoes and opened the front door, Emma's breath was ragged, edged with exhaustion. The morning was crisp and pale, the kind of spring day that hints at possibility, though Emma's heart couldn't quite feel it. She paused on her stoop to check for rain, eyes low, when a quick movement caught her attention. A small bird landed on the wet pavement just a few steps from her. Its feathers were scrubbed with the colors of sunrise, and its black eyes shone as it cocked its head curiously at Emma. Then, without a trace of timidity, it began to sing, a clear, rising warble, bright and alive against the hush of the early street. Emma startled, not at the presence of the bird, but at the way its song pierced her haze. She stood transfixed, momentarily forgetting everything else. The melody filled the space around her, airy and unabashed. It was as if morning itself leaned in to listen. Something loosened inside Emma, her vision blurred with tears, not of sorrow, but of something lighter, recognition, perhaps, or gratitude. She couldn't explain it, but in the gentle bravado of the tiny bird's voice, she felt a presence she'd lost sight of. Not a solution to her problems, but a quiet promise, I'm still here. Emma drew a deep, shaking breath, pressing her hand to her chest. The song faded as the bird flitted away, but its effect lingered. The day ahead would still hold challenges, the quick pace at work, the silent apartment in the evening, the small worries waiting to crowd her mind. But Emma stepped onto the path with a new steadiness. Her circumstances had not changed, but her heart had shifted just enough for courage and calm to re-enter. Sometimes, Emma thought as she walked toward the bus stop, it takes nothing more than a stray bird's song to remember that hope arrives in the quietest ways.